To get the beautiful woman in front of him, Will deliberately blocked her car door. When she got anxious about it, he pretended to come over and help, but something was off. It was a clear day, yet he was carrying an umbrella. At first, the woman didn't realize anything was wrong, but when Will got close to her, by the time the target was completely unconscious, the criminal had tied her hands and feet securely, planning to find a secluded spot to take his time with her. When Laura woke up, she found herself lying in the criminal's car. She quickly tried to use her smartwatch to call for help, but the criminal seemed to have anticipated this. He told Laura they were in the middle of nowhere, not a soul for miles around. How could there possibly be any signal? Just then, Laura felt a small knife in her pocket. To avoid arousing the criminal's suspicion, she pretended to sweet-talk him while cutting the rope. After an agonizing 2 minutes, Laura finally succeeded. The two immediately started fighting, causing the car to swerve wildly until it crashed into a tree. Fortunately, neither was seriously hurt in the accident, just minor injuries. After getting out, Laura quickly cut the rope around her feet and ran frantically into the forest. But strangely, she hadn't gotten far when her limbs started stiffening up. It turned out the criminal had injected her with a muscle relaxant while she was unconscious. With the criminal about to catch up, Laura quickly hid behind a large tree. Unfortunately, a swarm of ants suddenly crawled onto her face. Laura didn't dare make a sound, but the ants seemed determined to cause trouble, insisting on crawling into her nose. To avoid getting caught, Laura had to drag her numb legs and jump into the lake. Luckily, the criminal couldn't swim, so she narrowly escaped. After floating in the water for 10 minutes, Laura finally grabbed onto a branch, but just as she struggled to climb ashore, and before she could catch her breath, the relaxant fully kicked in. Now, except for barely being able to move her eyes, she was completely paralyzed. Just when she'd lost all hope, an old man mowing grass happened to pass by and spotted her. The old man approached and greeted her, but Laura couldn't speak. She could only plead with her eyes. Seeing her condition, the old man immediately understood. He quickly brought over his wheelbarrow and took Anna home. Just as the old man had settled Anna in and was about to call the police, there was a sudden knock at the door. When he opened it, there stood the criminal. The criminal put on a pitiful act, saying he'd been in a car accident and wanted to come in for some water. Without thinking twice, the old man invited him in. Once inside, the criminal looked around. Not seeing any sign of Anna, he started spinning another story, saying he'd accidentally lost his wife and his phone too. The old man was suspicious at first, but the guy's acting was so convincing that he eventually won the old man over. Just as the old man was about to reveal the truth, something dramatic happened.